Tonight on Lily's Sizzling, y'all, we are going to be making meatballs. And these aren't just any ordinary meatballs. These are my special meatballs and how I make meatballs. So we're going to be using a couple different meats in this and a bunch of different seasonings. I'm going to show you how to do this, how to make this plate of food right here. And then we're going to be making something called an arrabbiata, A-R-R-A-B-I-A-T-A. I can't pronounce it. Arrabbiata. I think I'm pronouncing it right though. Pasta sauce here, and it's going to go over some spaghetti rigatoni with some toasty, cheesy, spicy garlic bread. So we're going to be making all this tonight, and it's also going to have a lot of wines, a lot of cheeses, a lot of beautiful popping flavors that you're just going to be like, wow. You're not going to find this in a restaurant, folks. You're not going to find this anywhere. So this is a pretty authentic, good Italian recipe here that we got for you tonight. So come watch us make some meatballs and some pasta with arrabbiata sauce on it up on this episode of Lily's Sizzling, coming to you next. Hi y'all, and welcome back here to Lily's Sizzling, and tonight we were working on our meatballs, and we're going to be making the meatballs with the spaghetti, or basically we're going to be using spaghetti rigatoni. Start with your meatballs first because they're going to bake in the oven, and this is some Italian sausage and some ground beef. You can add veal if it's readily available at the supermarket, which ours did not have veal. So you're going to basically put a couple eggs in here with your meat. Come on and crack. There we go. Don't be afraid, Mr. Egg. You're going to put some eggs in there with your meat. We're going to get some garlic up here. We're going to chop up some garlic. Here's our garlic. Off my hands here, and then we're going to move to our parsley. This parsley right here is a special parsley. This is called flat Italian parsley. This is the type of parsley I'm going to want you to use for this. If you don't have flat Italian though, you can just go with regular old run-of-the-mill parsley, and we're just going to chop up a little bit of parsley to put in here. I would say like that's good. I'll say a very good measurable tablespoon. We're going to kind of chop this guys up. Just him out of there. Just like that. Parsley. We got our eggs and our parsley. And next we're going to add some cheese. Or you can use Parmesan or Romano cheese. You want to go with a good cup or so here. Good amount of cheese. Oh, eat it. You want to use a little pinch of oregano, a little bit of fennel. Cameraman signaling me to talk louder. I'm like, how can I talk louder when I have freaking cheese in my mouth, Mr. Hammerman? I'm like, I have to open my mouth wider. A little pinch of basil.
I try to be subtle.
I know you do. Some Italian seasonings here. Some pepper, freshly grated, a little bit of salt, and some red pepper. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to mix this around, and we're going to get in some water and olive oil and some breadcrumbs. So I use my hands to mix it. I'm going to create a nice mixture here, and then we're going to add in the olive oil and breadcrumbs.
Mix it in there real good.
I am. Oh, it
Don't be
smells delicious. I'm not afraid. Look, I'm getting in there.
Yeah,
I'm mixing it. I'm mixing it, man.
I was telling your audience not to be afraid.
Yes, don't be afraid.
It's okay to touch the...
Alrighty, so we're back with our meatball. He says I sound like I'm from Russia. I know, I can't do it.
Bosnian Italian.
Okay, so we're gonna take some breadcrumbs here, about a couple cups. These are Italian breadcrumbs. We're gonna add in a little bit of water, a little bit of oil.
Should I be showing this? Yeah, it's right.
Yes, you should be showing this. And we're gonna mix.
I got distracted by the chef.
And we're going to be mixing all this together, and that's what the excess water that is there for. In case you need some more water, you can add water as you need it. I start with a cup, and then I add more in as I need.
Water? You should be using wine.
I could probably use some wine. Here.
Yeah.
Some wine. Put some wine in your meatballs.
Yeah. We don't use water back home.
Yeah, you use wine.
Yeah. I have no clue if that's a fact, but hey,
Okay, here.
it sounds good.
I wasn't planning to use wine, but there.
It's the liquid and the flavoring.
I bet it does. It smells really good. That's a great idea. Thank you, cameraman.
I don't know, I was thinking.
I know, we're using merlot wine in our meatballs, folks. Can't drink wine while you're pregnant, but you can still cook with it. I don't drink to begin with, but I love to cook with wine, so that's great. Thank you for giving me the idea. I'm like, woo!
You get all the flavoring.
You do. And as you can see, they kind of become like a more thicker consistency once you add the breadcrumbs in. You could probably just go a little bit more here.
That's what I'm talking about. Don't be stingy. Actually, do be stingy, please.
Yeah. Get rocks drunk off the meatballs. No, it cooks out.
That's what I mean. Do be stingy so I can.
Yeah, I know. So you can drink.
So I can.
Yeah, he's already down half a bottle, folks. He's down half a bottle.
There it is. Sorry,
Yeah.
wrong shot.
Okay. So we have our meatball. And now we're going to take some of our meatball into our hand and we're going to make meatballs.
Meatballs. Oh, look at the size of those meatballs.
Yep. We're going to put them on a cookie tray just like that. Oops, all my olive oil to get in there. Oh, there you go. Don't be stingy with that. And you're just going to put them in your hand and make a little meatball. This is probably going to make...
I think you have the perfect size fist for this. Any bigger, they'd be huge.
Yeah, I know, right? I have
Any
small hands.
any
I wear a
smaller, they'd be
size
too small.
4 ring. Size 3.75 ring, so I have really small hands.
Pinky.
Well, I'm very petite. If you see me in person,
She's a potato.
I'm pretty short.
You're a potato?
What?
You're a potato?
I'm not a potato. I said petite.
You're a potato?
I'm short. I'm short and stubby.
But you make a good meatball.
I bet I can make a good meatball. I cannot. On the tray, put them into the oven next, 375, about 45 minutes to an hour. Let's get working on this sauce here. Let's get sauce done up and let's start getting everything else put together here. And then we're going to work on our garlic. I'm going to be making a very nice spicy garlic bread at the end to go with this, with red pepper. So it's going to be good. We're going to put this all together and then we're going to eat. Coming back to you. We're back here. We're going to start with our making our arrabbiata.
Arrabbiata.
That's not how you
Arriba,
say
Tara.
it. It's not Arriba. Sauce.
Arrabbiata.
Yes, you are.
Arrabbiata.
We're going to start with some tomato sauce. So now this is my own spaghetti sauce recipe, and basically arrabbiata sauce is just spicy spaghetti sauce.
This is Arrabbiata.
Dog's talking to you.
Saying, Mama, you don't know how to open a can of sauce.
Yeah, I know. It hears me opening cans. She knows. I usually open her up some dog food. All right, and some
Sizzletastic dog food.
yeah, some sizzletastic dog food. If I made pet food, I would make it really good.
So there's a niche market for you.
Yeah, I know. Shih Tzu food. I can make special Shih Tzu food. They love sweet potatoes. Shih Tzus love sweet potatoes. So if you have Shih Tzu, give it some sweet potato ears to chew on. They love that stuff. One of the only treats I can get Shih Tzus to eat are sweet potatoes. I love them. Little sweet potato chews. Alrighty, and we're gonna add in some diced tomatoes. I'm not picky on brands. Don't think that I'm giving you a brand here because they all are from the same brand. I just picked up some stuff at the grocery store. I also try to look for the salt content in brands because I don't like a lot of salt, so less salt's better. I know some of the off brands at the supermarkets, you think you're getting something for cheap, but really you're getting more salt, which is more health problems down the road for y'all. Okay, and we're gonna add some of this beautiful.
What is it, gluten-free?
I do not know. I don't eat gluten-free though. I've heard it's supposed to do wonders for you, but I couldn't give up bread and things like that. Have a hard time. Props to y'all if you do it. I'm sure there must be a way to make gluten-free meatballs. Okay, so we're
Future episode.
Yep, we're gonna get some of that parsley in there. Look at that. That's really pretty like that.
It's totally the color of the Spanish flag.
Spanish flag, the Italian flag. And get some mushrooms up in here, some mushrooms. I have a litter of puppies. Sorry if you hear them squeaking in the background. They know it's about dinner time for them too. And so next we're going to start seasoning this up here. We're going to add in some a little bit of seasoned salt, some basil. In between cuts here, I'm going to go get them dinner. Some oregano.
For a limited time, you too could own a special product of the Lily Sizzling
A little
channel.
bit of fennel. Yep.
Sizzletastic Shih Tzu puppy.
Yep.
For sale for only
$1,200. AKC registration and championship bloodlines. That's for full registration if you plan to breed or show. $1,200, $1,000 for limited. Some red pepper flakes, a little bit of olive oil. And now next I'm going to
click
put
this website here.
Yep, exactly. Click this website here.
We'll even hand sign them.
Hand sign them.
Signature series Shih Tzus.
Yep, I'll sign the registration papers for you.
I was talking about the dog.
You can get my autograph. How the heck do you sign a dog?
Sign them with a brand.
Okay, so we're going to add in some wine here to our pasta sauce.
Some wine.
Yep, about
Be
like
stingy.
that. I'm not being stingy. I add it.
That looks good.
I add it more than I should have, just to not be stingy with you.
Don't be stingy.
Let me get a better spoon over here. I like to use a good wooden.
Never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
This show is.
And basically, once our meatballs get done, I'm going to be dripping them into the sauce as well. So this is the basis for our sauce, and as it's cooking about midway through, I'm also going to add in some mozzarella cheese to make it kind of cheesy as we bake the sauce. Once I put the meatballs in here with some ricotta.
Ricotta.
Yep, so this is the basis for our beautiful sauce. Here, want to taste it? Here.
It's not even cooked.
I know it's not cooked.
There.
Yeah.
Tomatoey.
It's tomatoey.
I taste the wine.
Ooh, taste the wine.
Something was spicy.
Yeah, it's spicy. It's gonna be very spicy. It's just like, do you want to taste the sauce? It's spicy sauce.
Oh, that's spicy.
Yeah, so it's really spicy sauce.
5-alarm.
Yeah, so you can handle worse than that. So I've got some spicy sauce here. We're gonna cook it on about a medium. We're gonna let that sauce come to. I'm gonna add some more stuff in here in a few minutes. I'm gonna chop up an onion and get that in here too, get the onion going. And we're gonna get our cheese grated up to get our cheese ready to go in here as well. And our cheese is gonna go on our cheesy bread and then over the tops of all this too. So we got a lot of cheese to grate up, we got some onions to cut, and basically this here is the starting for our sauce. Let's get our onions up in here next. Hey folks, so we are gonna get these onions in now. Feed my puppies. You can hear them in the background. I said it's dinner time too, Mama. So we're gonna put in an onion here. No escapees. And there's our onion. And we're gonna let this continue to just cook in here. Meanwhile, our meatballs are doing just beautifully. That's my custom-made sauce there. Notice I do not add sugar. I don't add anything like that to it. And you don't want to really do that. The wine's good, not the sugar. And then those are meatballs. They are cooking beautifully in there. We're gonna start getting ready here with some cheese. And this is mozzarella cheese. And we're gonna shred up some mozzarella cheese because we're gonna be using a lot of this to go over our meatballs. And alrighty folks, we're back here and I'm gonna start getting our basically noodles so we can start getting that ready here soon. I'm gonna turn that up, 6, 7, put some olive oil, put a little bit of sea salt in here. Good pinch. Sea salt. Alrighty, so that's gonna start getting started, and now we're gonna work here on our bread. And basically, as you can see, I kind of got a little setup here going, and we're gonna use one of these, and we're gonna grate some garlic into it. Takes a few moments. Grate some garlic. I'm going to do a couple cloves, and this is going to go on top of your garlic bread. If you're a rat.
A dirty rat. In the sewers of New York.
Okay. He's watched one too many gangster movies today.
I'm sorry, folks.
He's having me watch gangster movies. So here's our garlic bread, and we're going to start getting our...
It was a good film starring Mr. Walken.
I've never, ever seen films like that before, so that was pretty neat.
Yeah, you touched the basis of those kind of films.
There's
Scarface, that's the #1 go-to movie for gangster stuff.
He's a man, folks. I guess you can't help it. He's a guy. I'm like, what the heck is that? I've never even seen that before.
I've never actually watched Scarface, to be honest.
You haven't?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Or Godfather, that's the other go-to movie.
I've never seen any of them.
I've never seen those either. I've tried to sit through a couple of them, but I usually fall asleep. Not because they're boring, but just because I try watching them way too
late at night?
late, or not really late, just way too after I'm too tired.
So we're going to paint on some of our garlic here. This gets all the juices and flavorings of the garlic into the garlic bread. And then I also grab it off the top here. You'll find you get a much better garlic flavor when you get that garlic grate and juice on there. Alrighty, and so then we're gonna add in a little bit of cheese.
Little bit.
A little bit.
Aw, it's
You're having meatballs!
boring.
For heck's sake.
Look at this little bit of cheese. Come on, folks, convince her. Leave a comment and convince her she needs to cheese it up some more.
It'll be mainly cheese.
This is pathetic.
There, I added some more. I added some more. It
Look
looks
at
like a
this one.
pizza.
It's like there's no cheese on there at all.
There's plenty of cheese. There.
Is it a
Almost.
pizza? She did like a pizza.
There's so much cheese.
I see no cheese. Do you see cheese, people? Are you watching? You waking up out there? There's no cheese. Is there cheese?
There's cheese. There's plenty of cheese. Here. Give me the camera.
What?
Give me the camera.
But I'm the camera guy. Hey, I'm the camera guy.
You want cheese? Open your mouth. Take it. You want cheese? You got cheese.
Stop it. Ah.
How's your cheese?
Sizzletastic.
Do I need to move you again?
I think it needs more cheese.
Let's put some red pepper.
Trained professionals, people.
So this is our garlic bread, and that's how you do it. That's how you make real garlic bread with cheese and everything else.
Some cheese.
Yeah, I like making garlic bread. I've done a few episodes with different variations of it. Meanwhile, here's our beautiful pasta sauce. And it's just going good in there. Nice and saucy. Okay, so it's time to meat and cheese our sauce here. I'm going to add in some ricotta into the sauce, and we're going to blend that around. This should help give the sauce a thick and meaty, thicker consistency, but also cheesy. You can see the sauce kind of changes color as that ricotta is cooking in. You're going to kind of get that light, pasty type color. This is another secret to my sauce, is I add ricotta into it. And that makes it taste really good. And then it also helps thicken the sauce. Do not use thickeners, use ricotta. He's saying, talk louder. Do not use thickeners. Use ricotta. And
That's
if you need
better.
it thicker, you can always do this. You can always take out a clean spoon, because you don't want to use the one you've been stirring with. You can always take out a clean spoon and say, well, that sauce isn't thick enough. You know, just add in some more ricotta. Do not put flour in your sauce. Do not do it. Do not do it. Use ricotta. Ricotta is how you thicken your sauce. See? And it makes it nice and thicker.
That's how you know it's a good sauce, when it splatters out like that.
Yep, it splatters. And
That's the dang truth. I've heard that before.
Look at
When
that
I was
ricotta.
working at the pizza
and
shop.
see? It thickens it up, and you get the nice coloration there. It kind of turns an orangey red color with the ricotta cheese. Alrighty, folks. Hand me those tongs. Hand me the tongs. These are our meatballs. They are very hot and they are very cooked. And we're going to add some meatballs here into our ricotta sauce. Into our arrabbiata sauce. And we're
Arrabbiata. I don't know.
put the meatballs in here, and we're going to kind of want these guys to cook. And I put it back on low, like a 2. I mean, because you don't want to cook the meatballs until they fall apart. So you just want to kind of put them in here to kind of soak up the flavoring into your sauce here while the pasta is going to be cooking and the bread's cooking. So kind of liberally just place them into the sauce. Find a position for them. Gently drop them
nice and
in.
snug in their little bed.
They are in their meatball bed.
Good night, little fellas.
Good. This is spaghetti ricotta, and then we're going to put our garlic bread in. This is our beautiful garlic bread. Some of it's spicy, some of it's just regular. Cheesy, cheesy garlic bread. Heck yeah. This, folks, is called a noodle spoon. I'm going to get these noodles on in here and submerge nicely. As they cook down, I push the rest of them in. Takes them a few seconds to do that. Get cooked down enough to do that. So there we go. We got our noodles in, and we've got our beautiful meatballs. There they are. They have here our beautiful meatballs. I can't say it. I sound like a Russian. Meatballs. Meatballs and the pasta. The pasta and the meatballs. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's terrible. It's so bad. Anyways, we used 2 different kinds of meat. Going back over this real quick, we used the beef and the Italian sausage that was ground up. We put all different types of seasoning in there, from fennel to red pepper to garlic, and the Italian parsley there. And then we also used the eggs and breadcrumbs and the wine, which tastes spectacular in these meatballs. I've never had a meatball that tastes like this. They are really good. Use the wine mixed in with a little bit of water, because too much wine would be overbearing, I think, but I think if you mix it in with the water, that you'd be good to go. So use the wine and the water there. And then I also made the sauce there. We used the 2 cans of tomato, like little chopped up diced tomato guys. We used some tomato sauce, we used some tomato paste, and then we put a bunch of seasonings in there, which included, like, again, once again, the fennel, the basil, the parsley, the Italian stuff, the Italian seasonings. We just went crazy with it, and we added some of everything in there. So, and that turned out really good too. And basically, right at the end, when the sauce is done, oh yeah, and the mushrooms and onions, let's not forget those, and the wine. Rox is probably like, yeah, and the wine, don't forget that. But I was going to get to the cheese, because he's been so pestering me about the cheese. I thickened it with the ricotta cheese, so that also makes it a tri-cheese little thing here, because we got the mozzarella, we got the Parmesan, and we have the ricotta cheese all mixed into this meal. And so then we just basically put the meatballs in there once they were done cooking, and we just let them kind of simmer in there on low. You don't want to cook them too high, or else they'll get mushy. So we put them in there on low, and then we started our noodles and made our bread, and made our bread really cheesy. And I had to stuff his face full of cheese, because he wouldn't stop talking about the cheese. And look at this, all I see is cheese. I'm like, I keep looking at the plate, I'm like, what's the ingredients in this? Cheese! Cheese is the ingredients in this. So we cheesed it up really good, folks. And anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Lily's Sizzling with our arrabbiata pasta sauce and meatballs. I hope I'm saying that right. Anyways, spicy sauce with meatballs. That's the easy way for me to say it. Spicy spaghetti sauce with meatballs. So come watch us on sizzletastic.com, youtube.com /Lily's Sizzling, 2 S's. Give us a like on facebook.com/sizzletastic, and you can come see some of our other episodes at youtube.com/therocksheart. Go give his channel some love too. My channel currently outranks his, and he's like, ooh. Well, that's where I start putting my episodes at first, was on his channel, and now my channels went crazy with so many views that he's like, come give my channel some likes and some subscribes too. Okay, so we'll do that. And Seattle 77, like always, and keep it sizzletastic, folks. Bon appetit, y'all, because I'm gonna be bon appetiting tonight with this. This is my little kitty I got after Rylan passed on. And he's kind of reminds me of Rylan, but he has a tail.
This is Squatch.
Yeah, his name's Squatch. He's my little guy. He loves this. I got him all the way up in Canada, so we call him Sasquatch Squatch. That's how he got his name, because we were met by some Canadian landmark on the border up there. Squatch. And he's having a meatball feast. And so is everyone else, for that matter. Look at my mom's plate. Look at her plate. That's all that's left. That's all that's left. Are you gonna finish your meatball? I'm almost done.
I'm trying to.
Poor Roxy got the big plate.
It's being boofed right now.
Is that good? Good. Yeah, good cooking.
Oh, wow.
Hi, look at my hand.
Onion.
Onion. She's like, I don't care, I'm gonna eat the onion.
It's tasty.
It's tasty. Everything in there is tasty. Alrighty. Say bye, boo.
Bye-bye.
Bye.